All right, well, we're starting early. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to 4WC 2023, round of 16, winners bracket, weekend coverage here on this lovely Saturday evening. I'm T1G, and we are going to start off our evening with Chile versus Brazil, which I'm sure Twitch chat will be a delight for. There will be no misbehavior at all, no tomfoolery or shenanigans going on out there. But these are two teams with high hopes, high expectations for themselves. Chile, of course, the number 3 overall seed this year. Put together one of their best qualifier results ever, but, we've seen how high qualifier results have panned out for Chile in the past. So we'll find out as this tournament progresses how that ends up shaking out for them. A 5-0 victory over Saudi Arabia in the first round was their reward for getting the number 3 seed. Very easy time of things there. Brazil, meanwhile, down at number 14 seed, lacking, I think, some of the perhaps best players that you've kind of gotten used to seeing on their international teams, but still possessing some strong players. Had a bit of a rough go of things last week. They were taken all the way to tiebreaker by Spain. I just realized they get back-to-back Spanish-speaking opponents. Not possible to have it 3 times in a row, is it? If Brazil loses this? No, it's not. Okay. Wait, could they get Argentina? Is there a world where Brazil plays Argentina next week? That would be pretty funny. Or Chile plays Argentina next week, but of course, not 3 in a row. Anyway. So we'll see if Brazil can bounce back from that tough match. They still end up winning, but it was very difficult. Against a very strong Chile roster. I can't actually tell who won the role, but Brazil had the first ban. It was Nomad 4. I still don't think I've seen a Nomad 4. Maybe just one. Has not been a very popular pick, so I'm kind of surprised to see it banned at all when it's really not had much presence. Hard R2 ban from Chile, that is CS 6.5 flow alt, so you can see why a team perhaps does not want to deal with that level of precision requirement. And it'll be the first pick for Team Chile. And we'll find out how they want to get this match started. Will we see a Nomad 3? Will we see a hidden 1? Maybe a hidden 2 even? I suppose it could be like a free mod 2 angle as well. But they're taking a little bit of time, which it's always interesting to me when a team takes a while for their first pick. It's like, you probably should know that going in, right? Like, you know, okay, this is our first pick if it's available, this is our first pick if they ban it. And it's going to be hidden 2. We're going to get Letter to the Black World, which has been a relatively popular pick this week, the AR8 hidden. A lot of perfect stacks, a lot of overlaps, some tricky slider patterns, especially at the end. We've seen maps really swing wildly one way or another in the ending of this because it is difficult. But this is the hidden player angle. So you've got No 37, you've got TFGE X Kirito. Got some players in who will be strong on this set of skills. It's going to be our first map of the match. Which, I think I kind of discussed this with somebody earlier, but I think Chile has to be favored here. Based on their roster on paper, based on their performance last week. But there is a reason that we play the matches. Because you got to go out there and execute. No matter how much better you might be in the eyes of the analysts or the metrics or what have you. So far, we've got Sif's No 37 TFGE and a player to be determined. Cash considerations. 6 Nusu 9. Oh, that's a name and a half. 6 Nusu 9. Sure, why not? 6 Nusu 9. Nice. He needs to get 420k. Not because I want him to score badly, but because it would be funny. I am also 15 years old. Anyway, we've got Felicia and Phaeisha, as well as Xkirito and Ideal. Boy, that's not a problem to commentate at all, is it? And you can't actually tell. Well, you can. You can tell which one is which in the client, but you have to, like, look a little bit. Phaeisha with an I. Lirumin. I see the problem is I don't even know them as their original name. So it makes it even harder to try to differentiate between them when commentating, which is, you know, I guess that's what happens when username collabs exist. Early break from 6, Nusu, 9, Sifs, and TFG. This is Chile's first pick, and they just triple broke in the first 50 combo. But there goes Xkirito and Felicia as well. So it will not be quite the end of the world for Team Chile. Another break from Sifs, though. Phaeisha is Checha. Is that just... Oh, Felicia is Checha. Yeah, but that doesn't help. I mean, I guess that helps. Maybe that helps. I don't know. No 37, by the way. Just want to point out that No 37 exists. And then we'll return to our regularly scheduled programming. 130k lead for Chile at the halfway mark. Very short pick, of course. Minute 38 seconds. Slightly longer TV size, basically. There goes Phaeisha. Nusu follows up with the trade. There is an FC still intact on Ideal, but it's being matched by No 37. Nusu breaking once again, but we got No 37 and TFG holding on. There goes Felicia. There goes Phaeisha. There goes Xkirito. And that just ended the map. No 37 with break. Yeah, this ending is hard. Those hold sliders. Very, very tricky, especially with you two. Just drop even more act than you would anyway. But no matter, because it's a 600k lead. And Chile will be successful in winning their first pick. TFG with the recovery ended up with the best score in the lobby after the early misses. One miss, 750k on Ideal. Some may say that is not ideal to have had that one miss. But oh well. And it is a 1-0 lead for Chile on their own first pick. We'll see what Brazil chooses as their response. What map will it be? I vote DT2 because it's a banger. I don't think they're actually a DT team, though. I don't know. Yep, Pyramid 3. Okay. Complete opposite of DT2. This is about as opposite a pick from DT2 as there is possible to have. So Raiko third Desire, of course, pretty well known. CS5, Air 8. Precision aim, or, you know, low AR aim, depending on your mod choice. A little bit of rhythm, a little bit of slider usage. But by and large, what about the precision aim? And we shall see. We've got 8 players in the lobby already. Sif, Snow 37, Gonza, Nusu, Checha, Phaeisha, Xkirito, and Ideal. See, that's the problem, right? If you call Felicia Checha, then you have to call the other one Phaeisha to differentiate, and then it becomes a problem. There's no winning here. there's a little bit of irony in the fact that I think the most annoying username collab I've ever commentated was Chile's OWC username collab a couple years ago where they were all Dilson. That was really fun. But hopefully we get set up here because everybody's in the lobby. Oh, there's Wawiya. Wawiyo? Wawiyo. Wawiyo? Is that how that's said? Pancho and Wawiyo? Jeez. These teams just do not want to make it easy on commentators, do they? Oh my goodness. Alright, well. We head into the map with Pancho and Wawiyo on Hard Rock. No 37 on Hidden, of course. Checha on the HDHR. Feisha on the Hidden only. Gonzax, Kirito, and Ideal no modding this CS5A8. Wait, it's actually low? But they're Spanish speakers. Why is it low if they're Spanish speakers? That doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Well, anyway. Everybody holds through the intro. Early break from Pancho. Immediately after I say that everybody's holding. And that will be advantage Brazil. There's Pancho once again. The Hard Rock not working out so well for him. This is kind of a difficult spot to be in if one of those players is not comfortable on the AR8 but not comfortable on the CS6.5 Hard Rock either. You end up just kind of picking the lesser of two evils. There goes no 37. It's traded with Checha, but it is a 50k lead for Brazil, so they have a little bit of cushion. The accuracy not the greatest on Ideal, which is helping Chile out. But the lead staying steady-ish. We'll see if there are more act drops. We'll see if there are more breaks. But Brazil will hold on to a not entirely comfortable 70,000 point lead for the time being. Ideal down at 93% though. I mean, look at his score compared to X-Kirito's or compared to Gonza's. Really is keeping Chile in this one. That score lead just does not want to increase at all. But barring any more breaks, it will be enough, unless he drops a set of 50s or something. And the lead's starting to grow just a little bit more. Out to 100k plus now. Still have not seen any breaks in quite some time. The lowest combo on the map at nearly 400 from Checha. And the triple FC from Brazil looming large in the faces of Chile, who really have no opportunity to do anything here. It would take Brazil missing now. Overlay froze. It's a break from Feisha. I'm not actually sure what's happening because the overlay froze. And now it's back. It's coming down. It's 20k, 15k, 10k, 5k, no K as Feisha breaks again, and it goes over to Chile in the last few seconds. This might just go their way as they hold on to a double FC. Pancho breaking at the end, but I don't think it's going to matter because Feisha is all over the place. There goes Kirito as well. And Chile is going to make lemonade out of lemons. And they will take the point by 237k when all is said and done. I'm not really sure how that happened. But Brazil just offered that one up on a silver platter, and Chile said, yes, thank you very much. May we have another. And that's an early break point and a 2-0 lead, just like that. On the back of the double FC from Gonza and Wawiyo, or Wawillo, or whatever. Gonza with a 99.3 AC, very impressive. No 37, likewise, 99.45 AC, really, really strong. One miss from the latter, but more than enough score. And really, I mean, solid scores from Team Brazil as well. But 2 FCs, those 976, 967k scores are what it takes. And so 2-0 and Chile now their own pick. They consolidate this, of course. That's a quick 3-0 lead. So what will the next pick for Chile be? They went the hidden 2. They're gonna go DT2. They're gonna switch it up. I was thinking maybe it'd be a hidden 1, but it's gonna be a DT2 instead. DT2 263 BPM bursts. Not really streams. They're not long enough that I would really consider most of what's in the streams. What's a pretty high BPM bursty map, which, you know, is quite the departure, right, from the first couple picks of this match, where we had low AR overlap reading and then low AR aim. So away we go with Gonza, Yunha, Nusu, TFG against Defon's Ideal, Execurito, and Kenny AWS. Comfort level seems to be incredibly varied on this pick across the tournament. We've seen some players who are very, very comfy with it, and some who aren't. Gonza act, Gonza act, Gonza act, Gonza act. All right. But we have some players who are super duper comfortable with this map, 99 AC FCs, and then there's players who are down at, you know, 92, 93 AC FCs. So we've got, you know, TFG and Kenny AWS compared to, let's say, Gonza and Defons. But of course, Defons broke on, not sure what. There goes Gonza as well, so combo lead goes in favor of Brazil. Accuracy relatively even. Both teams have, you know, one, maybe two players who are struggling with the accuracy compared to the rest. And Yunha did not, okay, it's actually still an FC. Gonza did not break. Thank you, Bencho. Very cool. It is 2023. We're still doing this. Very nice. Epic. So four-way intact for Chile. 280,000 point lead. Not really the biggest, honestly, because the scores are just going to be super high in this map. Like, people are going to be putting up high 3 millions, so nobody really feels safe when you're on DT and there's this much score left. But as long as the four-way FC remains intact, Chile does not have to worry about much. As long as they get through this slider section, it's basically home free. Into the little build-up. All right. Will we see a quad FC? We're coming into the last seconds of this map. Chile triple breaks. Unless those were all Bancho. They go from quad FC to no FCs. They really went from quad FC to no FCs. Unbelievable. I don't know, man. All right. 3-0 lead for Chile. Brazil next pick. First pick 3x3 did not go very well. So I gotta think they're going somewhere different. Well, I shouldn't say that. 3x3 almost went well until it didn't go well anymore. Snowmon 3 getting picked once again. Someone can check on this, but this feels like it's at 100% pick rate. If it's not, it's close. It's a very popular pick today. Which is interesting to me because I don't want to say it feels RNG, because you never really want to say it feels RNG, but, you know, it's definitely diff spiky. The squares in that first key eye, and then the alt patterns in the last key eye. Away we go. Gonza Yunha, no 37 PFG, the F0NZ, Kiki, Chichi, I literally don't know. Next Kirito and Checha, Felicia. Already several breaks in the intro with Fons and Yunha missing early on. More or less traded. A 40 combo part, still early. And yeah, the score's gonna stay dead even. We gotta get through this part into the little diff spike, the square, or TFG can just break on nothing, and no 37 can also break on nothing. This, oh gosh, there go Yunha and Gonza as well. All right, Brazil's gonna, I guess, take the point just off that right there. Oh, there's Kirito on the square. There goes Chichi and Defons as well. All right, it's all up to Felicia, I guess. Where's the real Defons? Nah, but this was going to be a pretty sizable lead for Brazil until it just wasn't anymore. And there's Felicia as well. Okay, now it's no FCs for Brazil, and Chile actually has combo lead. Oh, goodness. Brazil is just determined not to win points, I guess. Like, this sounds really bad, but they had a big lead on Fremont 3 and just tossed it right back over to Chile, and they had a massive combo lead on this to just toss that right away, too. I'm so confused by what's going on here. Both times they've had a really good opportunity at busting a map wide open. They just said, no, actually, we don't want to do that. The combo lead is not that big for Chile, and there is still another hard part. Also, we usually see somebody break in this section here before we get to last key eye. Question just becomes who it ends up being. No, nobody broke there. All right, that's 2 matches in a row now where nobody broke that. The first, I think 3 or 4 times I saw this, somebody broke there. Okay, it's Yunha that's going to be the break. That's going to give the advantage back over to Brazil. 20k was all that Chile was able to establish as the score leads. That means Brazil will take the advantage back pretty quickly here as Yunha finds a second miss. But we're going to get into just like, this is what's going to really matter as long as players can hit the harder patterns in this ending. Kirito is gone. And that will be... Oh, there goes Defense as well. That will be advantage Chile once again as Felicia breaks also. No 37 into the ending with the miss, but it is too late to matter. It's a full reset for Brazil, and still the combo is on Gonza and TFGE, and that will be 4-0 Chile once all is said and done and the dust has settled. Honestly, like, I feel really bad for Brazil because on both of their picks, they had a great opportunity to win or take a huge lead, and both times it just got away from them. And Chile put up a very strong performance at the ending when it counted the most. And now it's 4-0 double break point lead, match points, 4 of them before even thinking about tiebreaker. Chile in a pretty good spot. All right, potential last pick of the match incoming. Could be our second sweep of the day if Chile converts this last pick of theirs. Brazil out to avoid that. But will it happen? And it's going to be Hidden One. Finally! This is the first time I've gotten to see Hidden One all day. Let's go. Absolute banger. Yeah, you know, as mentioned, this was, what did we see semifinals 3 years ago? Well, I guess that's more like, yeah, almost 3 years ago. 2 3/4 years ago, just does not have the same ring to it. And here we are, 4WC round of 16. How times change. Players have just gotten a lot better over the past few years, I feel. Also, D-rankers out, point_right, door. We will see Gonza Sifs, No 37, and TFGE for Chile. Defazero NZ, Feisha, Kirito, and Felicia. God, what a great set of names. In what could be the last map of this match. Should be getting going here. The golf's in chat. A little bit late, guys. The golf ended roughly an hour ago. We have Keegan Bradley taking the lead into Sunday's final round at 21 under, leading Ches Reevy at 20 under and Patrick Cantlay at 16 under at TPC River Highlands, the Travelers Championship. All right, anyway. In we go. Can Chile make this a clean sweep, or can Brazil put a point on the board? and avoid being sent down to the loser's bracket in somewhat humiliating fashion. 5-0 never looks pretty. This Chile roster is very good, though, so I would say no shame personally. There go Felicia and Faisha. Gonzo with the break just before them. There goes Ideal as well. It's Sips and No 37 as TFG finds a break of his own against Just X Kirito for Brazil. 2FC is 2-1. An advantage to Chile by about 60,000 points. Gonzo with another break. There goes Ideal, X Kirito, Felicia, and 2 FCs against none. I think this one's starting to get a little bit out of hand. No 37 and Sips both going off. No 37 doing well, let's just say quite well. There goes Sips. Doesn't really matter. No 37 still holding. TFGE on a big combo as well. No 37 finally does break the SS. That little slowdown section with those doubles is very hard to act. Felicia, Faisha, X Kirito building up some combo for Brazil, but at a 240,000 point deficit, it might not matter. However, it might still matter as No 37 breaks the FC. Unfortunately for Brazil, there go Ideal, Felicia, Faisha as well. TFG will hold off X Kirito, and that'll be all she wrote. This just was, well, on Chile's picks, this was never close. Very, very one-sided sort of match for Chile's selections. Brazil had their opportunities on their own picks, but unfortunately just did not manage to make the most of them. And the score lead will finally come down toward the end here as X Kirito holds on to quite a bit of combo. So maybe I should stop talking into the ending here just a little bit. I don't think he can bring this back on his own, but he's going to make it interesting. No, X Kirito brought that all the way back to 106k. That got a little scarier than you would have expected it to. But thanks to the combined efforts of No 37, TFG, and their teammates, Chile was able to hold on. The 636k from X Kirito West in the lobby by 60,000 points. Unfortunately, goes all for naught. And Chile survives, advances by a 5-0 score. They will face off next week in winners quarterfinals against Taiwan. Excuse me, against China. Sorry, the winners over Taiwan. Which means somebody goes down to the loser's bracket. Let's see. Brazil drops down to face off against Russia. That'll be some interesting matches. Chile versus China, two teams that both looked very good today and last week as well. Our quarterfinals continue to take just a little bit more shape as we work our way through this weekend. But that's it. Chile with a clean sweep, 5-0 over Brazil. Next up, 3 UTC, 23 local time for me, 11 p.m. local for anybody on the East Coast of the United States. 3 UTC tomorrow morning, however you want to look at it. It's the United States versus Japan. The number 2 versus the number 15 seed. That one in about 3.5 hours. So, you know, if your time zone allows for it, stick around for that one. If not, we'll see you tomorrow for the second day of Round of 16 weekend. Hope you're following the stream. Hope you're in the Discord server and get all the notifications, know when we go live. See all the matches as they play out. Thank you all for watching this one. I've been T1G. Congratulations to Chile. We'll see them next week in the quarterfinals. And we'll see you guys on the other side of a couple-hour break this evening here on the last few hours of Round of 16, Day 1 at 4WC 2023. So long for now.